So we have some guests, Ms. Travis, right now. I don't want to keep them waiting. They are our friends from Topps Incorporated, the Topps trading card company, making a reprise visit here to, I almost said virtual blockchain week.
Did you really? It
I
seems
almost
like
did.
it today, doesn't it?
Yeah, to NFT
Like,
Day, Mr. Tobin Lent and his compadre, the chief co-host at the Topps Digicast, Mr. Marc Seal. Gentlemen, welcome back to
Hello.
NFT Day.
Hi,
Thank
Joel.
you.
Great to see you. Great to be here.
Yeah, well, we've seen your face before, Tobin. Always good to see you. But Marc, this is your first time here today, and you've been broadcasting all day at Digicon, right?
I
Yesterday,
have.
today, and you've got 2 more days. Talk about what is Digicon and how exhausted are you?
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm not as exhausted as I thought I would be, but I have this funny feeling that at the end of Sunday, I'll probably collapse and nobody will see me at work for the next 4 or 5 days after. But
Wait, what's that, Mark?
oh, yeah, by the way, Tobin, you missed that email. I'll be taking off a few days from after Sunday. No, but Digicon is honestly, my mind is kind of blown at what Digicon is, because what it was originally was just supposed to be a program that we were doing across all of our apps at Topps Digital, and it was supposed to be some fun engagement. We were going to have some cool sets, and then Gabby, my co-host, and we had been talking about doing a Twitch stream where like we could do a broadcast and do some fun stuff. It hadn't even been tied to Digicon yet. And Tobin had mentioned an idea of doing something similar, and Gabby and I were like, oh yeah, we were talking about that. And he was like, cool, do it now. So we did, and we kind of took that idea and leveraged what Digicon was originally, and then we kind of built it into we'll do 2 30-minute segments. You know, maybe we'll try and get a celebrity guest on, but we're like 2-3 weeks out from being able to do this. That's not really enough time. So long story short, yesterday alone, we had Ashley Eckstein on, who's the voice actress of Ahsoka. We had the incredible Sean Astin on in our first ever famous fans segment. We had Disney master artist Kevin John, who was kind enough to do a comedy skit with me, and I dressed up and made my artist name Pedro Pascal, playing on Pedro Pascal, who is in The Mandalorian. And we did a painting challenge. He produced this incredible painting of the child in like 15 minutes. I made, I'm green screen, so this might, chroma key out, but I made this monstrosity live on camera for way too many people.
That is great.
Monstrosity.
He described his approach. He described his approach as creating a croissant, I believe.
I did. I said you pick a food. I picked a croissant, and then went with that. For some reason, that went over well with people. We had an incredible segment, tons of interviews. We had some fun games that we played earlier in the day. That went from 11:30 to 5. We then followed up with a watch party that Kevin John was in there for, talking to fans in our Star Wars card trader app. That was just yesterday. Today, we did it all again. We had 2 celebrity interviews with people. We had Alexa Bliss and Drew McIntyre from WWE, 2 superstars that we had pre-recorded interviews with. We interviewed someone from Marvel, an artist. We did a whole GPK thing. We had our own NFT thing that we were going on. We did some talks about what we were doing in GPK. And it's just been crazy. And then we have 2 more days of this. We have Sunday, Gina Carano is coming on to do an interview. She's from The Mandalorian. She's the female lead. And then we even have a musical guest closing out on Sunday. So we have more interviews, more celebrity interviews tomorrow, a final couple on Sunday, a musical guest, and we went from planning for 2 half-hour streams a day to myself and Gabby have been on stream. We're going to be on stream every day from 11:30 to at least 5. So it cascaded very quickly, and you guys will even be on with us tomorrow to have a discussion. So we have tons of awesomeness planned. And we'll be making some special announcements with these guys tomorrow as well, as far as what Topps is doing in the wax space. So that's my long-winded answer to what's going on this weekend.
Oh, and you had a product launch today.
We did. We did have product launch today. We had the First batch, we'll talk more about this later. We had a first batch of GPK Crash Gordon. It's the 40th anniversary celebration of Flash Gordon. And with that, we have a Crash Gordon set that went live, and we, for Wax, made this a Digicon exclusive where we had 5 cards in, and if you're familiar with GPK on Wax, there were AB names, so 10 total cards in a base, a prismatic, and a golden rare.
Base. Nice. And they sold out in minutes. You gave away 500 packs, and then the site opened, and I tried to grab one. I couldn't. So maybe this next round, while we're talking, I'll be able to get them, because it's already out there. So we may as well announce, Tobin, more packs are going to go on sale soon, right?
They are. They are indeed. They're timed actually for roughly what our segment is here. So 6:45, they will be going live. And our first batch of packs sold out in 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
All right, then. So ready, fire, aim.
And this is also another first for Topps. This release was not sold for fiat. It was sold exclusively for Wax. And then we also gave some away for free. We did that on stream so that users who maybe aren't familiar with Wax or hadn't had the time to set up and purchase Wax had an opportunity to get packs. We limited those 1 per person. So those actually went a little slower, which was nice to see, because it means that more unique people were claiming them, more unique users were claiming those packs and getting into the GPK and Wax ecosystem. But those packs that went on sale, I was a little surprised. I knew they were going to go fast, but 3 minutes and 18 seconds is very fast.
Yeah, super fast. Tobin, you mentioned earlier that you're looking at Series 2, and you just came out and said late September. Do you want to say anything else about that?
Yeah, thanks, Joel. And we're excited about that, right? Just on the heels of Series 1, and then Goes Exotic, very successful, and this kind of, I would say, kind of special release recently with the Flash Gordon parody set. Series 2 is big. This is the 35th anniversary year for GPK. And so what we want to do for Series 2 is go big in a very good way. We want to honor that 35th anniversary, and we're putting together an incredible set with a lot of really great stuff. So we wanted to it's like a big goodie bag. We're going to put a lot of different variations of rare cards in there. So with every pack you open, there's going to be kind of this surprise and delight of all kinds of great stuff. And it's going to be much more than we did for Exotic or Series 1. We think it's going to be a really great set. And we're targeting the end of September for that. We're pretty dialed in, and we're very excited about that one.
This is very exciting. There's a lot of great stuff going on over there in the Topps universe. At the huge conference going on right now, and this stuff going on right here. Now, there's some other really cool stuff going on, right, Mr. Joel Com? Is there another secret or something going on?
Well, there's something. We did promise an announcement today, so I thought you had another question first, so I'll just ask this one then. Your question leads me to ask a question, which is it's a really good question, Mr. Travis, right? So when you guys released the TK Goes Exotic set, there was a little bit of rumbles in the community, even though they sold out in record time, that there were too many common cards out there. And as a result, packs aren't being opened as quickly. Secondary market prices are not really, all that great. In fact, you can get a mega pack for less than the retail price, not a 5-pack, but a mega pack. And we've had some conversations about that, and you've come to some conclusions. So perhaps you'd like to announce what you want to do about that.
Absolutely. So, in the spirit, of delighting fans and surprising fans, which is what we're always trying to do. And of course, we'll thank you, Joel. We had some great conversations, and you gave me some ideas, so I'm going to give you some credit there.
Well, thank you, sir.
Absolutely. But, we decided what we want to do to honor the fans is give them the opportunity to take some of those excess common cards for Goes Exotic and trade them in or burn them for a very rare, and what I mean by that is potentially epic level rare, sketch card.
What?
Okay, wait.
Wow.
Time. So you're saying that people are going to be able to take their abundance of common cards and burn a certain amount of them, and in exchange for that, they're going to get a limited edition epic level sketch card, which is not currently available in the Tiger King set.
That is exactly what I'm saying, Joe. We're going to do it.
You're going to do that. So is that going to be one of each one of the characters, or just a couple of the characters, or how many? What is the details on that? Because I know everybody right now in the NFT world is going, what are the details?
Well, we don't have all the details. We wanted to definitely announce something here, but I can tell you that the intent is to give a sketch card for every single one of those base cards, an equivalent.
So 30 different
15.
sketch cards.
15.
15 equivalent to the 15 characters.
The A cards then.
That's right.
Kind of what you're going to go for.
Yep.
Yep.
So we ran some numbers, and there's about why not? I know you haven't worked through this, but there's if every TK pack was open, there'd be about 173,000 common cards out there. So how significant, is there a range you're thinking of in terms of how many cards you want to take out of supply?
Well, that's a great question, and it's something we wrestle with because we got to think about a lot of different things. In one hand, we want to make it meaningful. On the other hand, we also want to make sure that we preserve the rarity of other cards and collectibles that people have, such as Prism. So all I can say is it's going to be very meaningful to the inventory, but not so much in a way that it affects negatively the rarity of some of the other collectibles.
That would seem to me then to be a potential driving force for a lot more packs to be opened up with higher mints, so that those higher mints can be burned instead of those lower minted ones potentially.
Absolutely. It'd be interesting to see what happens, but we think it's going to be fun and interesting for us and fun for the fans.
Well, when do we think
go ahead, Trev.
When? Is there a ballpark about when we're thinking that's going to happen? And we don't have all the details yet, but is there sometime in September? Or?
I think one of the key things here is that also right after Digicon, Tobin, myself, and some of our other colleagues, we're going to be sitting down and we're going to be crunching numbers a lot. We're going to be taking into account like what we think those impacts are going to be. So, I mean, Tobin, I don't know if you have a time. I don't have an estimated time exactly, but it's something that we'll be working on very soon to make sure that it's done in a meaningful and impactful way without having any negative impact on those collectibles. Like Tobin said, we don't want to impact the higher rarity collectibles in a negative light. So we're going to be sitting down and doing a lot of work, and that's something that Tobin, myself, and I don't know if he wants to be called out, but we have a gentleman named Alex who does a lot of work on these sets with us. He'll be joining in, and it's going to be a group effort to make sure that whatever terms we do come to are well planned out, because there's no going back. Once you burn NFTs, that's right. It. They're gone.
Well, this is worked.
And this is not, an uncommon thing for us. We do this in our mobile apps all the time. We have a concept of crafting where you can put together different collectibles to create a new one. So it's a pretty common concept for us. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, the fans always love that.
Well, I had this additional idea, which I'm just going to share publicly, and I hope that you choose to adopt it. With our card burn, we took 100 cards and they put them into the vortex, right? And out of the vortex came this new legendary arcane variation. I would love to see people take their cards and they get fed into the tiger cage.
That was with Carol Baskin's first husband, right?
That bitch Carol Baskin did it. Well, I think that that's significant, and I think the I'm watching the telegrams, and people are already excited about this. I see all caps here: limited edition epic level, only able to get via burn, base cards from TK, burn to get a sketch. What? So there's definitely excitement around this, and I think that's what's really important. Is your one of your goals is to really engage with your customers and delight them. And I think it's this type of action that adds value to something you've already put out there before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we always listen. We listen to our fans. We listen to our partners. We try to make the best decisions we can. But at the end of the day, that's our North Star, as you said. It's making this fun for them.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm looking at the comments as well.
FOMO.
Yeah. Joel and I were having a conversation about that. Like, how cool would it be if they did that? Because there's so many commons of Tiger King that this kind of thing costs the fans zero money, but the amount of love that Topps gets and GPK gets as a result of doing this is immeasurable.
Well, we hope so.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the love coming at you?
I can feel it
at you,
coming right through the screen.
Awesome. Well, just in the we've got a few minutes left. Let's talk beyond as far as you can. That when Series 2 comes out, it's going to be a rabid fan base. It's going to sell out in minutes. Is there a long-term vision? Like, there's so many. How many seasons of GPK physical cards have there been?
A lot.
There's a lot. I mean, there's years and years. I'll say a couple things on that. GPK is important, and it's a big brand for us, an important brand, and it's a big year. It's 35th anniversary. So, we're looking at doing more. But the other thing is we're looking at other things right now. I think you guys know the partners that we have. We're having conversations. Those conversations are progressing. So I think the only thing I will say, it's going to be kind of an interesting back half of 2020. And we're getting more excited about the blockchain. We understand that, we're going to need to do things to really build it up and grow it. And we're getting more confident in the platform, and we're getting better at understanding it. So, we're able to communicate those learnings to our partners and kind of fine tune our strategy. So,
is there so I see some of the brands here that Topps has. Is there one page on here that lists all Topps brands?
There probably is, and we have an apps page that might be better.
This one right here.
Play.topsapps.com.
Yeah, that's more representative of the brands that we would.
Properties right there.
There we go. I mean, yeah. And
so we've got on the entertainment side, we've got Disney, we've got Marvel, we've got Star Wars. We've got WWE. We've got The Walking Dead on the sports side. We have MLB, huge property, obviously, for us for a very long time. And, we've got soccer. We've got MLS, Bundesliga, UEFA, and, of course, NHL hockey, skate. Right. So we've got a lot of great things there.
Hey, if you guys haven't downloaded the non-blockchain apps in the App Store, they're a lot of fun. I go into the Star Wars and Marvel one every day and open up the daily crates and buy cards with the in-game tokens. And I have to confess, yesterday I downloaded Disney and I started collecting Disney cards because they're just fun to use.
There's a great set going live. It's actually live already with John Ratzenberger. And we did an activation with him. He's of course, Cliff from Cheers. Everybody knows him from that.
Cliff.
Character. He voiced a character in every single Pixar movie.
Yeah.
And so what he did is we created a set around him where he is lending his voice and talking about his approach to those characters and what he thought was special about those characters. And we captured that audio and we integrated it into a really unique set. Around him and his Pixar characters that's now in the Disney app. And those are the kind of things, by the way, we're also excited about bringing to the blockchain. Those more than just a static card, but an experience around one of our properties or characters.
I will say this. I mean, I love the baseball one. I play around with that one literally every day. I've blown through, I don't know how many diamonds that I purchased to gain some of these cards. And right now you released a really epic one that is a comic book series. And there's this baseball comic book series. And then what's cool is that the different variations of them, there's, you know, like there's like the Mike Trout one and some of these other ones, but then it shows them in various, like here's the sketch form of it. Here's some with a little color. Here's some with it just all in black and white. Here's some with it all, and I imagine there's probably a super rare one where it's actually doing something more. I haven't uncovered any of those. I have to say, of the 30 people you have for the home run group, you don't have Jorge Soler in there, and that's a big L because he crunched more home runs. He scores 48 home runs, the most ever for a Royal in a season last year, and I'm always excited whenever I find a Royal, but there's not a whole lot of Royals that ever pop up doing anything good in these sets. Man, give me some.
You know,
Royals.
Travis, the year's not over yet.
Oh, that's true. You're gonna have additional series.
Well, I mean, on the call today or on Digicon today, we got to speak with Brian Crosby, who made the Mike Trout card crossover with Marvel, and I mean, I'm not a part of this deal, but he definitely seemed like he was interested in doing more cards. So the bunt team, like Tobin said, the year's not over. So there could be some other amazing stuff coming down the pipeline.
I mean, we've got more 2020 to go still. Oh my gosh. Can we finish on a high note, please?
Yeah. I tell you what, I think those cards that just popped up today, I mean, those things, some of those, the full-on Marvel ones that pop up were absolutely beautiful, and I'd actually show one here. Well, yeah, here are some of the ones that you can see right here, but they are very full-on, colorful. They are full-on comic book versions, and some of them are just completely spectacular. So great. That's what I love about these is that looking at your guys' stuff that you're putting out across these different platforms is inspiring, and it's like, and then it gives me ideas and Joel ideas, and then we come back to you guys with our ideas. It's like, hey, we thought of this. Let's check this. And some of your artists are just, you know, unbelievable. So you guys are doing great work over there.
Appreciate that. You know, I think you guys did a really nice job though with Blockchain Heroes. I mean, that was a really nice set. The production values were good. It was really interesting.
Tobin, I don't want to interrupt you, but it is 6:45, which means if you're watching right now, that the next batch of 1,200 limited NFT day Crash Gordon cards are available right now.
Right this moment.
Right now.
All right. That probably ends it. I'll see you guys later.
They're live right now.
And it looks like they're sold out now.
I'm kind of curious to see, how many sold out. They're gone. They're literally gone.
Are we down to seconds now? We went down from day to
we
hours.
haven't.
Now it's seconds.
They're gone? How could they?
I just tried to buy a few packs and it rejected. The time it took for the button to light up, for me to push the button and to put in my 2FA, they're sold out.
Mark, do we have a limit on that one?
I don't know the.
We had limits on the other ones.
They're gone.
Yeah, I don't know that we had a limit on that one.
That was.
But I was able to check in. My son gave me my 2FA. And then so I had that all logged in. So whenever I was able to press, I was able, boom, I didn't have that. It's getting to the point now, folks, that whenever you buy a launch, you got to have your damn 2FA logged in and immediately ready and all of that signed. Only thing I had to do was click yes to sign, and then that worked. So I just got the information from Jonah from Atomic Hub, who we also spoke to on Digicon earlier. 31 seconds. 31 seconds. Congratulations, guys. That's all right then.
Thanks. We're actually going for milliseconds. That's
yeah.
Soon.
You guys beat us, man. That's slightly as well.
That's amazing. Tobin, Marc, thanks for checking in with us. I'm sure we'll be talking to you guys offline for continued masterminding soon, and we can't wait.
Sounds great. Always good talking to you, Joel and Travis.
Yeah, it was great. And I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow.
Yep. We'll see you tomorrow on Digicon.
Yep. So, see you guys then.
What time are we on tomorrow, Marc, so people can come check it out?
Double checking. Hold on. Getting on the spot here. Let me pull this
let's
calendar
give them the site to twitch.tv/Tops Digicast. is where this is streaming on through Sunday, when Marc will crumble into a heap of tears.
And our segment is tomorrow, Saturday. 2 o'clock is when we will start. That's Eastern time. So 2 p.m. Eastern time is when we will be going live.
Sounds great. Thanks again, gents. Talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good show.
All right.
That was awesome.
Mr. Travis Wright.
32 seconds.
That was amazing. He's like poof, and they're gone.